Hi everybody, it's me, Miss Jazz, and today we're going to be playing a math game. I know math, you get a little scared, it's math, but this game is pretty fun, and all you need for it are cards, and it's called Target. So it's going to really help us sort of like learn and practice our math skills, and from addition to subtraction, multiplication, and even division. And as always, I'll provide a multiplication chart that you can look at, and this will help you kind of if you have a little trouble struggling. And always, you can always use paper and pencil to help you figure out any math problems because again, the more you practice, the better you get at it. So for this game, all you need is cards. I have my handy dandy Avengers cards. All my Star Wars cards are at school. But let's get into how to play the game. Let's go over a little review of how we can help play the game. So let's take a look at the number here. We have the number 8. Now, how can we make the number 8 by using only the numbers 1 through 10? Now we're going to try to use 2 to 3 numbers and try to use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Now remember, you can use more than one operation. You can use multiplication and subtraction, addition and division, anything you can, but you can only use numbers 1 through 10. And you can only use those numbers. Let's see how we can make it do right. So why don't you take a look at the example here, and why don't you take a little second and see how many combinations you can come up with. And then I'm going to take a minute myself, and then we'll look at what we can see, and then we'll see what we can come up together. Ta-da! So I took some time, and here are the ones I came up with, and I think maybe you came up with too. So let's go over them so we can really understand how the numbers go together to make 8. So it's very simple. It just takes time. And we use mental math. We use a lot of mental math doing this. So some of you may have good mental math skills, but that just takes a lot of practice. But you can always resort to writing paper down, looking at a chart, and seeing how the numbers or the fact families that help you figure out the answers. So the goal of the target game is we're going to have a target number. So our target here was 8. That's why I was kind of showing you how to play the game. And you have to figure out how to make the numbers 8 out of all the numbers you have. But unlike what we had here, we're not always going to have the numbers 1 through 10. We're going to have a different variety of numbers. Well, let's get over some of the ones that I made. So you can see here, 2 plus 6 equals 8. That's pretty simple, right? I use addition in that one. 10 minus 2 equals 8. There's a subtraction one. I used 3 numbers in this one. 4 plus 3 plus 1 equals 8. And then I got into multiplication. If you know your multiplication, you know that 4 times 2 is 8. You can always look at your chart to help you out. And then we start combining and making some number sentences like sort of combine different operations. So we have 6 divided by 2. Now 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And when you add that to 5, you get 8. And here's another one, 7 minus 3. So when you subtract 3 from 7, you get 4. And you add 4, and now you get 8. So there are a lot of different combinations you can come up with, and it's just a matter of looking at all the numbers and trying to figure out how they combine to make your target number. Now, this is a simple way of showing you how the numbers interact, how they work together. And some of you may be like, I already know this, Miss Jazz, calm down. But I don't know, I like to refresh myself too, because believe me, the equal than or less than sign, little secret, I still don't know which one's which. I still got to look it up and refresh myself because hey, I need practice. Everybody needs practice. So this will help you do practice. And it's a fun little game that you can play by yourself. And then once you get the hang of it, you can teach it to your siblings or you can teach it to your parents or grandparents, whoever's with you at the time. And you can play it. And let's see. Now we're going to do a practicing of how you can do it, how the game is going to be set up. So now that we know this is what the operations and math skills we're using, let's see if we can do a test one to see how it works out. So here we have, what I did on my computer is I set up how the card game is going to look. Now, the cards are going to be laid out in rows, 3 rows of not 3 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to make 9. These are the games you'll be playing with. And the number that you put to the side, it could be your left or your right. In this example, it's to the right. Whatever number you place down there is going to be your target number. So now our target number is 6. 6 here. So when you're playing the game, you're going to try to look anywhere where you can find using multiplication, addition, or subtraction, or division on how you can make your target number. Now it may take some time, piece of paper. As well, if you ever see the target number, so like right here we see 6. So you can grab that 6 and you can take it away. So let's see, look if we can do any other ones here. So I'm going to look at, let's see, we have 7. Now we take 3 away from 7. you're going to get 4, and 4 plus 2 equals 6. There's 1. Okay? And also in this game, aces represent 1. So when you see an A, it's going to be a 1. There's going to be no kings or queens or jacks in there. That's when you use the game. It's when you deck of cards, you're going to take those out, and that's what you're going to use. So let's see. I got one. I'm going to try a hard one, a division one. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, because 5 times 2 equals 10, so that means when 10 is divided by 2, it equals 5. Now, 5 plus 1, right here, equals 6. So you can always use multiple numbers to combine, and you can only use the card once. And every time you use the card, you're going to pick it up. So here's a little example. Now we're going to go on to actually playing a game. And I'm going to set up my cards, and you can see how to play it. And I'll show you the ways you can play it when you play with somebody else or if you're playing by yourself. Make sure you have the simple supplies needed for the target math game. You need 1 deck of cards, and you need scratch paper and pencil that is needed to help yourself work out problems. And of course, if you're having some problems with any of them, multiplication, division problems, you can use this multiplication chart and pause to use when need be. Now I'm going to start setting up. There's my Avenger card deck, and so remember we have to make sure that we only have the numbers in the card game and the ace is representing 1. Remember ace equals 1. So here I am, super fast, superhuman speed, taking apart the cards. So you'll make sure that you don't want to have the J or the jokers. Remember there are jokers in there. And making sure that you don't have any Qs or Ks or any pretty face cards. So look at this deck. Pretty much all the Avengers got to go. Sorry, Captain America. Sorry, Thor. Got to see you go. Can't play the game. So there I go. So when you are all done, you are going to be ready. You're going to put the other deck to the side that you don't need with all the J's, Q's, etc. And you're ready to play the game. So now I'm going to set up my card game. So you're going to set up 3 rows of 3. So first I got the 6 of diamonds. That's my first row. My bottom row, as you can see, 5 of clubs, ace of hearts. Now we know ace equals 1. Next, second row, we have 3 of hearts. We have 6 of clubs, or 6 of spades, 10 of diamonds. We have 9 of hearts. And we have the 5 of hearts. And we have the 2 of spades. Now, the one way you can always remember the cards is you can look at the 6 or the 9 is count the little things in the middle so you know exactly what they are. And our target number is 8 of diamonds. So let's look at it and see what we can find inside that will help us play the game. So the way you play the game is your target number is going to be 8. That's the number we're going to try to add up to. If you're playing by yourself, your goal is to try to get all your cards rid of and get all the different cards done. So every time we solve one, we're going to take the cards away. When we find a problem, we take the cards away. And at the end of that round, when we can't do any more, we're going to replace them. So let's look at the board and look around at the different numbers we have there and try to figure it out. So here's one you could do. 5 plus 3 is 8. So there you go. 5 again plus 2, that's going to be 7. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And we're going to add 1, that's an ace, and that's going to make it 8. So 5 plus 2 plus 1 equals 8. So look how many cards I've taken away already from the deck. So let's see if there's any more else we can do. 6 and 6, 10 and 9. Don't think there's any more we can do with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to add more cards. So you're going to add more cards to the deck. And when you add more cards to the deck, we're going to have more problems we'll be able to do. Now, since I couldn't find any more combinations, I'm going to be adding more cards to help me find more combinations to equal 8. So we have an ace there. We have a 2. We have an 8. We have a 5. And we have a 4. So we're going to be looking through here to see which will help. Now, if you're playing with somebody else, after you couldn't find any more combinations, it would be their turn. And then you would take turns each time. And at the end, you would count who has the most cards. So the goal is the more operations you use and the more cards you use, you can get more points. That's the way you can play somebody else. So right now we have 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Now we're going to have 12. That's more than 8. So 12 minus 4 equals 8. So 12 minus 4 equals 8. Collect more cards there. Like I said before, if you have 8, you can just grab that card and take it off the board. So now we have 10. Let's see what we can do with 10. We also have a 2 on there. So maybe we're going to subtract 2 from 10. Because 10 minus 2 equals 8. And now we have these cards. So you just continue playing this, replacing the cards with your deck, trying to match the target number, using any combinations you can have to do that. Now it is okay if you somehow cannot make any equations or any numbers combinations to target number. You can replace the target number from the deck. So you keep playing until you run out of cards, and you know what? Maybe you can test yourself. Maybe one day you're not going to use paper, or you're not going to use it, or maybe you want to try only find certain kind of combinations. So hope you guys enjoyed playing this game, and hopefully helped you test your skills. Because the more we test our skills, the better we get at math, right? So again, I had fun teaching you a little bit of math. Hopefully it wasn't too scary. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. And until I see you next time. Bye.